Well, this is looking a little different. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pix Plays Minecraft. Welcome back to Ramsfell, and the sun is blinding me. I'm trying out some shaders. This is the first time I've really had a chance to get to grips with these things, and obviously they reduce my frame rate really, really badly because this is not a high-performance computer. It's got some decent components in it now, but just look at this. This is so good. I probably will never be able to play like this in any kind of full-time capacity, but not that you'd want to, I guess. Like, shaders are just such a kind of on-again, off-again kind of thing, but just look at this. I got some lily pads, by the way. I found myself a swamp, and I got myself some lily pads, and this just looks gorgeous now. The grass waving in the wind, everything about this just looks so nice. The flowers do it too. I think even the leaves do it, which is going to be interesting for places where I've put leaves. Yeah, you see that? There's like a little bit of, there's a wiggle, and then you can see through the world. That's going to be fun. Every time I look at the ram's head, my frame rate just plummets. I think there's just too many entities or something down there, but just look at it. Oh, it's gorgeous. I will be back to vanilla, probably even within this episode. If not, then this potion is going into the matrix. This is probably just going to be for the one episode. I might even change back to the vanilla texture pack within this episode if I get some serious frame droppage. But yeah, this just look. Oh, it's up here as well. Oh gosh, but this looks really, really nice, aside from when you've got that like enchantment sheen on item entities. I'm just going to take a quick tour around the place because I haven't really looked around. This just looks so like a kind of rustic hotel, and there's like glow to the torches, and it's nice. And I love the fact that it's kind of, there's a bit of a glare until your eyes like adjust to the light. I think that's a really clever feature. That's very subtle, but it's quite realistic in and of itself. Look at that. Yeah, you just get this bloom of light as you walk through the door. That's very, very neat. And you can't really see the plants waving until you kind of stop and take a look. So really encourages you to take a look around the Minecraft world a little bit slower, and I'm not like sprinting around everywhere, you'll notice. I have done a little bit of work around Ramsfell. I've done a little bit over here. I wanted to improve the pathway to Nether Point because I was getting a bit tired of it just looking like a big cobblestone path. So I've added some decoration, and obviously the shaders are going to spruce the place up a little bit, make it look a little nicer than it does in regular vanilla. But I think this even looks quite good in vanilla. I got a bunch of nether brick and have been lining the path with that, and I really like the way nether brick looks alongside those stupid lines. The way nether brick looks alongside the leaf colour that you get in Extreme Hills, I think they go together quite well. And yeah, I've been working on just varying the pattern in the stairs a little bit, making it feel a little bit more like a kind of proper staircase that's been worn down. Nether portal's up here still doing its thing, and we can look down over the town. And yeah, that's looking beautiful. I'm still not quite used to how like the position of the sun works because it's slightly different to the arc it takes in the vanilla texture pack. I do have another set of shaders which has like a more traditional looking Minecraft sun. Doesn't do this kind of fluffy cloud look, but to be honest, there's not a great deal of difference between the two in terms of like frame rate and whatnot, so not going to worry too much about that for now. What I am going to do today is talk to you a little bit about a couple of things I've been thinking about this week, and I'm going to work on the lumber camp, which is out here. I've already made a start on it. Good morning, cows. And yeah, I've been farming some crops over here as well. I've got a surplus right now of carrots and potatoes and stuff, so I'm not worried too much about that. But over here we have the makings of a lumber camp, and this is going to bug me the entire time with it waving like that and just being able to see right through to the void. It's kind of distracting, but this is what I have so far for the lumber camp. We've got a couple of sheep roaming around too. I've been using this kind of log pile sort of setup and wrapping them around with rails and ladders, which make it kind of look like they've been strapped together. I posted this on the Reddit, and a lot of people said they'd seen this kind of design before, but they hadn't seen people use the ladders to wrap around. They'd just seen kind of strapped down to the floor and another minecart rail ending up there. And yeah, I think I've seen people use that kind of design with the ladder to furl sails when like there's a kind of sail that's wrapped up on a boat build. instead of like the sails flying. So I thought that was probably a good way of doing things. I'm quite surprised that they hadn't seen that before. So yeah, I'm going to make a couple more piles out here. I've added a couple of birch stumps around here because this obviously isn't like a birch forest. This is mainly spruce because it's in extreme hills. But just for a bit of realism, I've added some trees which haven't been felled yet and just left these stumps around so it looks like there's actually, natural logging going on. So I thought I'd continue that today. I've got some dark oak wood. Yeah, the shaders do weird stuff to your inventory, don't they? I've got some dark oak wood. I'm not sure how I'm going to pile that up. That sheep scares me doing that every single time. I think this it just sounds like somebody's placed a leaf block behind you and is waiting for you to turn around. It is the spookiest thing. I am so freaked out by it every time it happens. And I've been working out here a little bit, and these sheep are just chomping away at the grass every now and again, scaring the life out of me. So, yeah, I've got some dark oak wood with me. I'm not sure how I'm going to pile those up because dark wood is usually like four. It's a 2x2 kind of configuration for the tree. So maybe we'll do some like larger logs of that and just have 3 or 4 of them piled up. I don't know. And it's going to look like individual logs regardless of what we do. So maybe I will just, imagine it's been carved up into single trunk kind of configurations. I think the sun is going down. I can't honestly tell. I'm not sure at what point the mobs are going to start coming out, and I don't really want to fight stuff at night with low frame rate and darkness with the shaders. So yeah, hopefully we will be able to time that pretty well. But yeah, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about schedules because, well, for a start, Decidedly Vanilla has kicked off again. I should mention that first and foremost. I have been on the server a bunch, obviously because I have a lot of free time right now, and it has been great interacting with everyone. It's been nice to kind of get to know a few people I didn't know before from Cherry Patch, and the guys from Decidedly Vanilla seem to have been really motivated to kick off this series with a really good start, and I'm super excited to see what comes out of it. I've been online this morning with Jeff. He's been working on his house. That's really cool. B-Ran has got some awesome RP going on. Paige is doing some really cool stuff. Kane is still working on his place. I don't know what Clandlewood's plans are because he seems to have built a house that says Clandlewood's obligatory house at Freehaven, which is DV Town now. And I can't sleep yet. It's looking so dark outside already. Yeah, he seems to have built something at Freehaven, and then I imagine he'll probably go off and build another crazy town like Trevor. And by the time you're watching this, the news will probably have come out about Mango. Mango has decided to leave Decidedly Vanilla because he doesn't really like playing vanilla Minecraft anymore, and we obviously really respect Mango for what he's brought to our community and so forth, and it's a real shame to see him leave, but we just don't want to force him to do stuff that he doesn't want to do. So it kind of makes sense for him to pursue his own thing. I'm going to take these away. I've had these markers here for ages because my render distance wasn't enough to show me what was in the distance, and I know what's around here now. I've gotten a little bit more used to the terrain, so we can put those away. So yeah, Mango leaving is kind of sad, and we might even be looking for new members in future. Obviously, it kind of depends on requirements and stuff. We have quite I wouldn't say a strict way of vetting new members, but we definitely want to make sure that everyone who joins Decidedly Vanilla is a decent fit for the community. It tends to be people that we know somehow outside of Minecraft. I mean, Clandlewood and Kane knew each other. Kane knew me. So yeah, obviously, like it's kind of an interesting process getting new people on board. You want to make sure they're on the level and that they're not going to cause any trouble. So yeah, I'm kind of leaving that up to everybody else. I don't know very many people who play Minecraft the way we do regularly. So yeah, I'm not going to be the person to recommend new members for DV, but it is entirely possible that we will recruit some more people in future, because it's nice to have like a decent amount of people around, and Cherry Patch already has like quite a high number of people on the server. Not that we want to be in competition with them, but it's nice to have a decent showing, so yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way of varying this log pile so it looks different to that one, because it would be so easy to just repeat something like this over here. and I need to put some dark oak trees around. I can probably take out what's underneath here, because I've been doing that with the other log piles as well. They're actually hollow inside with a torch in there to light it up, because a spider spawned in one of them after I made it. So I'll pop a torch down there and we can work with that. But yeah, I will figure out a way of making it. Maybe if we lay some logs sideways, maybe that would work. I don't know. It's going to be hard to like strap it down if that's the case, but maybe we can just lay a couple kind of out in front as if they've not been bound up with the pile yet. Should we try that? That seems like a sensible thing to do, I guess. Yeah, that could work. Maybe not in this location though, because it just doesn't feel like there's enough space for it to be laid flat there. Yeah, let's carve our way through here a little bit. Cool. I'm doing a tiny bit of landscaping. I guess that will work. Hello. Yeah, these are like the foremen. They're they're here to oversee proceedings, make sure I'm not shirking. Yeah. This should be a decent area, I think. So what we can do is we'll lay out. We'll lay out a log there, like that. Maybe cut down these spruce trees and grow some dark oak trees in their place. And then, let's make this like a fallen tree or something like that. That can work. Caught him that time. He's not going to scare me. So how about this? I think this is probably quite a cool looking way of doing things, almost like it's sunk into the ground a little bit. And maybe if we take out a couple around here, it can be like it's left a bit of a dent when it's been felled, something like that. Yeah, I'll see what we can do with that. We can work with it. It'll be fine. I'll maybe pop a couple of leaves down and that kind of thing. But yeah, let's continue working on this wood pile. So, like I was saying, I wanted to talk to you guys about schedules and kind of what they mean to the YouTube environment, the YouTube community, and content creators in general, because I feel like having a schedule for releases, sort of releasing videos one at a time, makes more sense for almost like traditional Let's Plays of games other than, say, Minecraft, than it does for Minecraft, because Minecraft is an ever-changing game. There's always going to be something new, and it's the kind of game that you have to log in and work on bit by bit. So there's always going to be something. You can't just log in, record a bunch of story like you can with other games, and then just log out again. Like, there has to be work done. There is always progress being made, unless you've got, I guess, mods and stuff that can probably provide more of a story focus. But it's because of what we've been doing on Decidedly Vanilla and the kind of ever-changing nature of our server. I always want to be online and making videos of what I'm doing, or at least when I've been online, I've had a couple of moments where I've thought, I really wish I was making a video of this, but I haven't been because of schedule. I feel like that's almost kind of like holding me back in a way, which is an odd thing to say. Let's pop a log in there and have that separate. That's something a bit different, which we haven't done, you guys, which we haven't done over on the other log piles. So maybe, like a chunk has kind of broken off here. I don't know, maybe we can do something with that. But yeah, it's something about the ever-changing nature of Minecraft that has left me feeling like it doesn't need like a scheduled upload day, and I know a lot of people stick with stuff like that, perhaps because they've got work schedules to keep to, and they kind of have to have the organization for themselves, which is totally fine. And I'm always happy to work with other people's schedules. Like if they have a video that they want to bring out that involves me, but they want to release it on a specific day, so we all have the content coming out concurrently, I'm more than happy to accommodate that. That's not something that troubles me, but I'm just interested to know what you guys think as an audience about whether or not a schedule really affects you, because right now I have a lot of free time and I feel like I don't have to work with an upload schedule. Like for my Portal series, I think that's almost okay, because With the Portal series, it's all pre-recorded, so I just have to schedule the videos and then I don't have to think about them again. Whereas with stuff like Minecraft, I want to produce a video every time I've done something new, and I don't want to zoom ahead of the other people on DV and suddenly have 5 episodes when they've only got 1, but sometimes I'm doing something fairly significant, or I'm putting off doing something significant because I don't have any rails in here. Was that that must have been the last rail? Gonna have to find some more of those from somewhere, or just create a bunch of them, I guess. But yeah, I don't want to zoom ahead and get 100 videos made from Decidedly Vanilla right away, and then some people only have kind of 20 or 30. But right now, because I have this amount of time, I feel like that's almost what I could do. And I wanted to get you guys' input on this. Are you more likely to tune in on a specific day, or do you just watch your sub feed until stuff comes up and watch it? Because that's what I do. I tend to just watch a video more or less as soon as it comes out from the people that I watch regularly, people like B00 and the other Decidedly Vanilla guys. As soon as they release a video, I am on it. I'm usually one of the first people liking and commenting, except obviously with bigger people like B00 you can't be, because there's always going to be somebody who's watched it first. But I'm not the kind of person who leaves first in the comments either. Like, I usually try and comment on a video to say what I liked about it and so forth. But yeah, I kind of wonder whether that stuff is really for the benefit of the content creator more than it is for the audience. Now, that's why I've got iron in my inventory. I knew there was a reason for that. Okay, let's actually make some rails. And I have a ton of sticks too, so I must have been doing this last time I logged in. It's been a little while since I've been back in Ramsfell, because I've been so excited with the stuff we've been doing at Decidedly Vanilla that I just want it to be in there all the time, and I'm terrible at drawing shapes. Let's move on from that as quick as we can. Yeah, you get tons of rail for that much iron and not many sticks, so I don't know why I even made any more sticks in the first place. I forget that it only needs 1 stick in the crafting recipe. I have a bunch of notes written in front of me and I'm not referring to them at all because I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing in the game, so sorry if this is coming across as a bit of a laboured point, or I'm not like articulating it particularly well. I'll try and collect my thoughts once I can get into this bed and sleep. But yeah, I kind of wonder if audiences need or want a YouTuber to have a schedule, and if you're a YouTuber watching this, what do you get out of having a schedule yourself? Like, is it for you, do you feel like your audience requires you to have a schedule, or do you feel like they are more likely to watch if they know a video is coming out from you on a specific day, or is it just for your purposes? Because I know people like to keep things straight in their head, and if you've got like a full-time job as well as making videos for YouTube, it can get a little bit hectic keeping on top of things. There we go, finally we can sleep. Look at all the sleep messages. So yeah, do you tune in every Friday for a video from somebody, or do you just watch the videos as they become available? Because that's kind of what I do, and that's kind of the way I want to be making videos. As far as Minecraft is concerned, I want to just make stuff when I have content ready. I want a video to be out more or less straight away. And obviously I don't want to do that if it's going to ruin somebody else's continuity. If they're going to have a problem with that, then obviously that's something I want to avoid. But yeah, I kind of wonder if it is necessary. And yeah, right now I can almost play Minecraft to the level like people like B00 or whoever, like where it can be almost my full-time job, except I'm not making any money out of it. Ideally, I'd either be making money out of it, or I'd probably be playing less because I would have a full-time job in any case. Yeah, it's also worth noting that stuff like with Decidedly Vanilla, these are going to look really rubbish with that square thing going on around the outside, but whatever, we can deal with it for now. That kind of looks like a tree that's been felled. Maybe if we make it a little bit more patchy, and we could probably add some more dark oak to the trunk here, that might work out better. Yeah, just to make it feel like it's a larger tree like that. Is that one over there working? I think it is. Yeah, it could work. It's probably okay. And maybe some leaves in there as well. But then you kind of miss the fact that there's a bit of trunk there. Let's do it that way. I reckon that's okay, because then you can kind of tell that there's a trunk down there. Not that I'll ever look at this again, probably, but you never know. Yeah, it would be really interesting to know what you guys think about like having a schedule, and whether or not you think it's necessary for people when they're working on an ever-changing game like this, and what you get out of it as either a watcher or a producer of video content. What do you think a schedule brings to a channel? especially when you're considering that this is basically video on demand, and nobody really has appointment television anymore because so much stuff is available online. So do you think YouTube has become the new appointment television, or do you think that format is just kind of a relic of the old way of doing TV or video entertainment in general that kind of needs to be discarded? Because that's kind of the leaning I tend towards, but you guys may have different opinions. Really excited to hear what you think. I'll quickly do the town notices. I'm a lumber camp and I'm okay. We saw this one before, and that one is pretty much ticked off the list. I'm going to add in a couple of other log piles over there. I'll put in some acacia, which I've already got in my inventory, but I'm not going to have a huge amount of that because I don't have a huge amount of it right now, and it's unlikely that you'd be growing acacia in this kind of environment, so it kind of seems like an added bonus if nothing else. Paths and lighting, going to work on those. I've pretty much decided that despite the fact that I said that was going to be the gatehouse, the main entrance to Ramsfell feels like it's here. There's this natural path that goes between the Enchanter's Pond and this bit here, and I've taken down the tree, the sugarcane farm, and the pumpkin patch because I want to make this into more like a town square, I suppose. And that's why You're Such a Square is the one down there. But yes, I'm going to work on paths. I'm going to work on lighting. I like the andesite here. I think I might use andesite more regularly in path patterns, and maybe just alternate that with stone and gravel and a little bit of dirt and that kind of thing. Just give that like a worn, trampled path feel, like you've seen Ovi doing on Decidedly Vanilla, and like there are in a couple of other places. And Get a Real House is still towards the bottom of the list because I'm taking my time. I still have to work out what my house is going to look like on DV and Freehaven as well, so that's going to take a little bit of thinking. But yeah, with the Path to Nether Point kind of more or less finished up, I think I've got a little bit of path making know-how, so that's probably what's going to happen next on this season. It feels really weird calling this a season of a show or something. Like, yeah, even that I think is kind of a weird holdover from TV, which I don't know if it needs to be there or not. It's interesting. Anyway, that'll be all from me. I've waffled on for far too long. Thank you very much for watching Pix Plays Minecraft. I'm not going to go into third person, by the way, because it absolutely breaks things with the shaders. All the background starts flickering and stuff. It's really strange. So from Ramsfell in the heart of the mountains, I've no idea what anything else on this map is called apart from Ramsfell. The map itself is called Ramsfell and the Lands, but the Lands is just such a general thing. But I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and if you're not subscribed to me already, then you frickin' should be, because I'm awesome. I still can't get the hang of saying stuff like that. It's weird to me. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Hope you have a good week, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.